we are about authenticity around here. So for instance, this is a picture of my family. These are our most recent family pictures. This is us, so that's my wife, and we have 5 kids. Junior at VMI, freshman at William & Mary, 2 sophomores at Princess Anne, and a 7th grader at Kempsville Middle School. And that's great, pose, the whole deal. That's family pictures, that's Instagram. This is real family. Here's real family. This is Christmas. That's what it's, that's taking pictures. Let's just roll it again. This is what it's like to take pictures with 5 kids. Yeah, we have one more time. We have so many pictures. Yeah, and we had to turn, if you're good at reading lips, we had to turn the volume off in order to make it appropriate for the day. But we want to embrace what's real with you, right? And the parenting journey it's fun, and it's tears, and it's highs, and it's lows. And I was thinking about our youngest when she went to kindergarten. This is the kids a few years ago. First day of school, we took this picture every year, 8th grade, 6th grade, 3rd grade, kindergarten. So that's a few years ago, right? This is what you put on Instagram. Or you put the next one on Instagram. This is my wife. Look, I'm sending them all. They're gone. They're all in school. That's like, great. All the kids are in school. But what's real, right? What's real is then you get to the school for the first day of kindergarten with your youngest kid. That's closer to real. But you know what real is? This is real. That's parenting, right? That's parenting. Just the tears and the sending your baby to kindergarten. We want to be with you in the real, Or my oldest, who's a junior at VMI, when he was 4, that's his birthday party, right? I mean, that was his little Josiah. He's so sweet. And then, a few years ago, we took him to college and we dropped him off at VMI, and we're driving, and that's what he looked like. He was like, "Yay, I'm going to college!" And then this is what my wife looked like. "I'm taking my baby to college. It's just so tearful." And then, we all get back together a little bit later and enjoy being with our young man a couple years ago when he was a freshman. Why do I tell you all that? Here's what we want for you right here. We want you to know that God is for the real you, and your church is for the real you. We want to engage with you, to partner with you, to encourage you in the reality of life. That this is not a place you have to pretend. This is not a place you have to get all dressed up and shined up. We want to partner with the real you, but also I want to challenge you and ask you, will you as parents, we want to be with you, will you be with God, and will you be with your church? The number one thing you can do as parents, the number one thing you can do for your kids is nurture your own relationship with Jesus and involve your whole family in the life of your local church. It's the best thing you can do. Our Sunshine Island program for preschoolers is incredible. Treasure Cove, when they get into elementary school, it's amazing. I am a satisfied customer of our Next Gen ministry. All of my kids have come up here at Grace Bible Church, and they have loved it. But I want to just encourage you and challenge you a little as parents. Will you be with God personally? And only you can do that for yourself. Only mom and dad can decide if mom and dad are going to prioritize their relationship with Jesus. And only mom and dad can decide if you will involve your family in the life of your local church, right? We want that for you. And here's why. Jesus said it like this in John 15. These are the words of Jesus. He said, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing." The "you can do nothing" includes parenting. You need Jesus in your parenting. To remain in and with Jesus is the best thing you can do in your parenting, on your parenting journey, because it really is overwhelming. And I just want to acknowledge real quick a couple of ways that you are going to need Jesus. Some of you already have felt this, but if you haven't felt it yet, you're going to feel it. You will, with your kids, with your families, you'll hit a crisis point. This is my daughter, Sarah Joy. When she was 2, she had to have open heart surgery. We adopted her from China. We got back from China. The very next day after we got home, we saw the pediatrician. Pediatrician got us an appointment with CHKD cardiology for the next day. I didn't know at that time that if you get an appointment with the cardiologist the next day, it's really bad. I know that now, right? You usually have to wait a long time. Like, "Oh, we'll get you in the next day." I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." 2 weeks in the NICU. You know what sustains us through something like that? Is our personal relationship with Jesus and our church community. the people who came and brought food and sat with us over and over and over for those 2 weeks. I want you to have that because this is coming in some way for you. Another thing let me encourage you is in that community. This is a picture of us with our friends, the Butlers. He's a Navy JAG. Navy moved to DC a couple years ago. But sitting around the table here with our friends, the Butlers, just eating whatever we're eating is not the point. The point is you want your kids to have friends, to be friends with your friends who love Jesus. Melanie Lee, our Next Gen Executive Director, has written more recommendations and done more scholarship things for my kids than any other person. It's like if my kids need to get into something, Mrs. Lee, would you write me a recommendation? Mrs. Lee, would you write me a like, why? Because we've been in a community group with them for a decade. People around the dinner table, y'all, parents, we can't encourage you enough to be involved in the church for the sake of your kids. Your kids are going to one day need an adult in their lives who's not you. And you can set that up now when they're little. Last one here. This is my daughter, Anna Claire. She's a freshman at William & Mary now. I take each of my kids on a serve and learn trip somewhere in the country when they get into 7th grade. And so usually we go to Nicaragua. So when she was in sixth grade maybe, took her to Nicaragua with me. It's another picture here. That's her with a little kid. One more picture. That's my 6th grader praying for this woman in this little home in Nicaragua. Why do we do that? Because the church creates these opportunities for us to go on serve and learn trips. And here's the secret sauce that nobody does. Nobody takes my advice, but I'll just give it to you for free anyway. When your kid gets in 6th grade, take them on an adult serve and learn trip. Grab your kid and go with a dozen other adults and go somewhere in the world and serve. Just join Grace and take your 6th grader with you. It's like Miracle Grow for their soul. So we want to partner with you in all of these different ways. So here's the bottom line of what we're trying to say today. I think there's one more. Jesus said, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. We just want to encourage you today as parents. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all together. You don't have to Instagram compare. You don't have to Facebook whatever. But will you bring the real you to Jesus? And will you engage with your local church for the sake of your kid? I just remembered I forgot one picture. Hey, just to, I don't want you to think that, like, I'm overselling my daughter who's at William & Mary. You go back one, Josh, I forgot this picture. That's her dorm room. It's an absolute pit. So apparently we can't teach our kids to clean their rooms, but the great thing is when they go to college, I don't care. That's her roommate's problem. So anyway, it's not my problem. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take some time now, and we're going to hear from all the parents. And no particular order, I'll just call your name and you stand up. You've got a little card to read from that you have written, parents. And let me just say to you, what you aspire to for your child is good and right and beautiful, and we want to cheer you on, and we want you to know that we are with you in the good and the bad and the ups and the downs. So thank you for being here. And what we're going to do is have each family read, and then we'll gather around one another, and I will pray a prayer of dedication over your kiddos. So, first up today, we have, make sure I get it right. Oh, there they are, right there. All right, Brian and Katie Fenstermaker, and they have Abigail Amelia Fenstermaker. Where is Abigail? There she is. All right, Brian and Katie.
Alright, we're the first ones to go, so we'll see how this goes. We wrote our little Abby a little letter, one-liner, so we'll read it for everybody to hear. Dear Abby, we're so thankful to be your parents. The other people here, including your Nana and our community group, are so excited to celebrate you today. We envision you growing up to be an empathetic young lady who learns to be responsible and works hard to develop yourself intellectually. We'll teach you